Get some hyaluronic acid treatment. You need to remove your blackhead's fat pads. Why haven't you done your lips yet? Would you recommend? Of course. Hi everyone, so you won't believe it, but I have a camera with me, though I'm not filming with it. Unfortunately, it's likely that I won't be able to use it in every salon because it might scare the makeup artists. So I'll save it for special occasions. Like when the artist knows me and it's okay with filming, or if it's a high-end salon that knows the laws and allows filming. But in most cases, if we film, the makeup artist might refuse service and just leave. Then what can we do? Sure, we could file a complaint, but it wouldn't help much. What's interesting is to see the makeup process in different salons when I film it with my phone. Most makeup artists might think I'm just looking in the mirror or filming for myself, which is less intimidating. Because one way or another, most clients have their phones with them, unlike a camera. So if I feel it's appropriate to bring it out, I will. But for now, we're heading to a cosmetologist for a makeup session. It's an intriguing start, isn't it? Let's see how it goes. Oh God, I completely forgot to mention that yesterday, when I made the appointment, they called back and said I probably won't make it in just half an hour. They asked me to come earlier. I said, what do you mean half an hour? Of course it takes longer. They said they only had 30 minutes booked in their system, so they moved my appointment up. I told them I needed an evening look, which would take longer, but they assured me their artist could do it in an hour. Hi, I'm here for makeup. Yes, right, this way. I wanted an evening look. What kind of look are you looking for? Something bold. Smoky? Can I see the colors? Let me show you. Oh, such a nice couch. If possible, I'd prefer not to have brown. That color isn't very cheerful. Brown wouldn't suit your bright hair. Won't suit? No. Do you use bold colors? Can we do something festive? We can go for something like this if you want to stand out, like some glitter to match your hair. Yeah, your skin is very nice. Would you even recommend skipping foundation? It depends on where you're going. Well, it's an evening event. Let's at least blend the eyeshadow and apply some basic tone that matches your skin without any highlighters. And some moisturizer too. Spraying your brushes with some disinfectant? Yes, I just sprayed them. We always clean them and then spray disinfectant on top. Do you wear makeup often? Not very often. You have such a beautiful hair color. Thanks. Did you dye it like this? Yes, I did. Can we not wash up too much? I've applied moisturizer. Oh, you've applied it already? Yes, I have SPF on. Then we'll hydrate around the eyes anyway. Sure, I have a little wrinkle here. I also try to... I don't see a wrinkle. Well, if they're not hydrated, of course you should hydrate daily, especially the nose area. Yes, my nose gets flaky. Can you see it? Yes. That's for foundation and cream. It's made of natural bristles? Yes, it's natural. It's so soft and it's a bit yellow. It's from the foundation. Whose foundation? Well, it's not a disposable brush. It absorbs pigment, but it's disinfected. Maybe if we rub it on a cloth? It's been in an antiseptic. The color won't come off. No soap? What if we use soap? Even a little bit like that. You see, it's already beige, but there's still residue on the cloth. No matter how much you wash it, it won't come out completely. Think so? Well, you see, it leaves something, so maybe it's not hopeless. Foundation can even stain clothes. I washed mine and it doesn't come out at all. Did you spray some disinfectant just now? Yes. Maybe we should rinse it off the brush because it has a strong smell. Otherwise, we'll end up spreading it on the skin. It's just alcohol, it's fine. Really? It's to kill bacteria, right? Yep, my skin looks good, right? You have very nice skin. Thanks. You seem to take good care of your skin. Yeah, I try to. We're applying a base for the eyeshadow. Is that to hide dark circles? Concealer, to cover any veins. Do I have dark circles? Because on my phone, not really, but without it, small veins and small wrinkles might show. It's better to cover them, just to be safe. Yes. Look how it freshens your look. Instantly right. It prevents creases. This one is new. See how it brightens up the look immediately? It is especially important to do this around the eyes. Yes, very important. For example, there's a slight dark circle here. The skin is thin, so it can show through. I look like a different person already. Do you usually not wear makeup? I do, but it's not noticeable. You prefer a natural look? Yes, but when I go to a professional, I want something more striking, unlike what I can do by myself at home. I think we should maybe be extra careful and wipe all your brushes on something. If you want, sure. Yes, let's do that. So they leave whatever they can on the tissue. You have surgical soap? Yes, here it is. It really lathers, right? Yes, surgeons use it. I use it when doing permanent eyebrow as a disinfectant. Your face is becoming so cute. Even with a beige shade applied, it's already different. Yes, I just apply it under the eyes and on the lids when I don't want to do my makeup, and that's it. You could do the same at home. Yeah, because you have a bit of a dip here, see? What dip? These areas seem to be swollen sometimes. Do they tend to swell sometimes? I guess so. Because of the slight swelling of the malar bags here, it looks a bit sunken. You can see the difference already. Yes, it's especially noticeable from the side. Yes, I'd recommend a subtle transition rather than a broad eye look. Well, we can do that. The main thing is that color and that glitter. Yes. Overall, should it look good on me? They look great together. What would you recommend? Let's do it. Do you often do bright makeup? No, very seldom. Of course, people request it for special occasions. They also ask for it? Yes. Open your eyes. It's quite bright. Do you like it? Does it suit me? It definitely suits you, especially with your hair color. Any bright shade works well. I really like it. Your eyes look really open. It's calling for this look. Some kind of wave? Yes, exactly, like a wave. The second eye will be the same, or we'll make it the same. It won't look good if we do something different. Do you think so? Yes. Let it be the same. See the difference? The eyeliner makes it much prettier. Yes, without the eyeliner, my eye looks small. It does look small without it. And with the eyeliner, it looks bigger. Yes, it gives a cat's eye effect. I like that. Do you think the glitter would be appropriate? If you're going somewhere in the evening, then yes. Make sure to apply it well. It's some kind of special technique. Yes, you need to lift the eyelid and press the glitter right between the lashes to avoid gaps. So you apply it directly there. Yes, press it in. I haven't done that before. Look how unappealing it looks when the skin shows through. But when you apply it like this, see? Yeah. And now look, it's a big difference, completely different. Do you sometimes do makeup without foundation? Some people request makeup without foundation because not everyone likes foundation in salons. They think it's not sterile and so on. I see. What should I do? It's up to you. Do you have your own foundation? With me? It's not with you. In general, your skin is good too. It's up to you. I have to load a foundation. It sounds fine. I like it a lot. I think we can use foundation. Yes, it will look beautiful. We've sterilized everything. Okay, you don't need to worry. Maybe we should wipe it off at the end, or are we done with the makeup? No, let's wipe it off now. The pink would be great here. Yeah, and this blue one. Let's just make a pink outline. Let's do that. Should the glitter stick just like that? Yes. And stay in place? Yes. They won't stick perfectly because they're loose, so they need to be applied carefully, bit by bit. Yes, you need to apply them carefully, and it's not necessary to place them perfectly. Since they're glitter, they can be scattered. One glitter here, one there. That might be better. Yes, just a bit uneven is fine. They'll shine in the evening. It will look strange if they're even. Yeah, and if they're in different spots, it adds a certain nuance. Of course, they're glitter. Yeah, it's very unusual, right? Yeah, it's like a little petal. Yes, it turned out like a petal. Now we'll shake this a bit. See, it disperses. We'll have to somehow scrape it off. Well, if we use some foundation on top, maybe it won't be visible. It won't be, but we need to at least remove a little bit. Do you think it would look cheap if we use eyeliner? Yes, it would look cheap. With eyeshadows, it looks like smoky eyes. A luxe effect. Yes, a luxe effect. Look at all the photos everywhere. They use eyeshadow. Only in classic Chanel style do they use eyeliner. You see, it already looks completely different. Yeah, if we use eyeliner, we'll hide all the beauty we've created, really? Yes, it will be black. I'll look ugly, you think? I think we'd just ruin everything. All the beauty. Yeah, well, let's skip it then. The main thing is to emphasize the eye shape. The liner we did is already creative. The whole one will be like a mess. I think the mess is unnecessary. We don't need it. It's important if you film stories and make photos and videos, especially in the evening. It will look extremely beautiful with filters. Yeah, of course, with filters. We wanted some sculpting, right? Kind of. You have delicate facial features. Sculpting is for those with strong features, like high cheekbones or a defined jawline like Jolie's. Really? Yes, for you your features are very cute. But yes, that's the point. I want to sharpen them a bit. Oh, you want to sharpen them? We can slightly darken under the jawline if you want to highlight it. Yes, and if I want to highlight the cheeks, darken this specific area. Let's do that. Yes. Let's try using a stick instead of a brush. Is this a toothpick? No, it's a special tool for eyelash extensions. It should look even better. It's not really designed for this use. It's meant for lightly spraying and that's it. Spray who? Just slightly spray it like this and that's it. These sparkles? It's very difficult to collect them this way. When you draw with the eyeliner, they look better. Well, it gives a festive effect. Yes, even if we're going to a club, it will look like a completely different look, especially if you like taking photos. Yeah, it should look great in photos. Yes, it's great that we chose this color. It matches your hair perfectly. Oh, it fell. Should we pick it up? No, you can throw it away. Really? Maybe put it back? No. Maybe you could cover me with something. Do you style your hair? Yeah? No, I just brushed it. I thought you had your hair styled. Does it look like I had it styled? Yes. Like curls? No, it looks like you straightened it with a flat iron. Interesting. Don't worry. If it gets into my eye, it's not a big deal, is it? It's not a big deal, but it might sting a bit. That's it. I think it's the eyeshadow palette. Yes, they fell. Well, they broke. Now we'll blend them. It will look nice like this. Just brush off the excess. Yes, and we need to make it look like this. And we add new ones. Yes, I want to make this area denser, especially if you're going somewhere in the evening. The makeup should be brighter. Could you do such a makeup by yourself? Like that? Surely no. I heard that you usually do makeup in half an hour. A regular evening makeup? It's impossible to do it in half an hour. You have an appointment later. I was told there are appointments. Yes, I have back-to-back appointments. The most important thing is the eyes. We're almost done with them. The most difficult part, yeah. Were there any other makeups today? Today, there was one girl who wanted a simple look. So you often have to do makeups? Yes, one girl came and wanted smoky eyes. She left satisfied. She liked the smoky eyes. Someone is here for me? Yeah. It works on any skin type. Fits perfectly. You can see the color here a bit. Do you want me to apply it? Well, let's see. I'll see how it looks on me. See, the color suits you. It's light now. I'll apply it and you'll see it's your shade. The sparkles will fall a bit, but it's not a big deal. The wind will blow them away. Yes, look, for example, see how it covers your vein? I'm blending it here and below to hide your pores. The forehead too? Yes, you don't want the forehead? Well, we can. It will look ugly if we do it here and not there. Look, I'll show you. It looks like this. Like dark chocolate, right? Yes, we'll blend it slightly and fill in the inside. Black won't suit you. You have fair skin. And to create a lifting effect, we need the eyeliner and eyebrows to go upwards. Look, see the difference? Well, this is darker, and this is not. This goes down, and this one up, the brow. Oh, yeah. Here, the corner is lower, and here it's raised like this. Yes, raised. Do they suit me like this? Yes, definitely better than the black. And the ones I had before, they were shapeless, going in different directions. Yes, in different directions. This way they'll be neater. And they'll look good in photos at least. It's a bit unusual though. Is something not for your liking? No, it's just unusual. Oh, the makeup. It will be unusual, of course. But the brows look good from the side. Yes, I like it. The shape suits you very well. I usually used to draw the wide one. No wide brows. It's not it, yeah. Wide brows are out of fashion. We're going for sculpting now. Brown? Like this. Yes, all done. Can I let go? Yes, you can let go. Now we'll blend it. Isn't this thin? I saw how they do it wide. I'm just worried we didn't clean this brush. If I clean it now, we won't be able to blend it later. It seems like there is something brownish here. Well, there. Is there something? Let's try this one. This one isn't washing off either. No, it's eyeshadow. Eyeshadow? Yes, from the previous client. Yes. Haven't you tried washing it? I soaked them. It's really hard. This one doesn't come off. It's practically like a stain. It's because it's white. Let's try using this. We need to blend it out. I think we've erased everything. No. It will still shade. Did we apply foundation with it? Yes. Isn't it still there? We need to blend it anyway. We might need to add more. Here, we need to lighten up a bit. Isn't it a light color? Where else would you go darker? If not pink, but brown, no? We won't do pink. No blush. Just a bit right here to change the color. We need to change the color to something like this. Change it? Yes, this one, to shade these areas a bit. Make the cheeks more sunken. See how it makes them appear? It's becoming sunken. I can't see it. What is it? I can't see it. But you won't have them if you don't naturally have high cheekbones. It just accentuates them. What they say about sunken cheeks is nonsense, yeah? Of course, nonsense if you don't naturally have them. What should I do to have cheekbones? You should inject some hyaluronic acid. Really? Would that help? Yes, you can even do your jawline, don't you want to? Like Jolie's? Yes. And it will be defined, right? It will suit you perfectly. I think you really need it here around the jaw corners. Do you do it? No, I don't. You don't? I know a good doctor. She's a surgeon. I can give you her contact. Does she sew them or what? No, she just injects. Oh, she does threads, all of that. And surgeries? She does aptos, which is also like surgery. But I wouldn't inject anything here. Your cheeks are good. You just need more definition at the jaw. Got it, but what if it lacks here but adds too much below? Your cheeks are already good here. If you want sunken cheeks, you need to remove your bic's fat pads. Really? Yeah, then there'll definitely be sunken. 100%. So, if I want the cheekbones, what then? We can add a bit. I mean, with makeup, can we? No, with makeup, it's nonsense, right? A bit. You see, we emphasize the cheekbones from the side, but if they're not there, they won't appear. Of course, from the side, it looks like you have something. Maybe it's a candy in my cheek, and if I want them to stand out more, makeup can't help? No. And my eyes, look, they seem the same, but yes, the same. Yes? Because it seems like one is longer than the other. No? Show me. The tip here looks like it's missing a bit. Well, yes, like it's a bit more even. Let's add some glitter here. It seems not enough, just to enhance the cheekbones. Yes, maybe I can do without surgery. No, try doing these and these. What? That jawline. For it to look squarer. Yes, yes. Will it be noticeable from the side if viewed straight on? Yes, yes, it will really suit you. You need it here as well, just a bit. Glitter? Yes, for photos and videos, it will look beautiful. Do you have lipstick? Nope, I have some. I can show you. Do you have a pencil? Can you make my upper lip bigger? Why haven't you done your lips yet? Would you recommend? Of course. So I should work more on this, allocate some more budget for it. I need cheekbones, lips, jaws at least. I'm not spending money on the right things. Need to enlarge your upper lip. How will it be? Like forward? No, not like that. More like a bow. Look, I have two, even 3 pencils. But one is very bright red. Bring a pretty one. Your client is waiting. Yes. How do you usually manage everything in an hour? I don't like rushing. I like to take my time. Maybe you should be given more time. Can you make the lip bigger with makeup? Look, now it looks much bigger. It needs to be lifted, right? Such a nice color. Yes, really. Very beautiful. You will like it. You're usually completely natural, yeah? Yes, I don't inject anything for volume. How old are you? 38. Seriously? Such a beauty. I thought you were 19. Honestly, see how much difference hair and clothing style make. Face doesn't play a role, right? Well, you don't have wrinkles, so you look younger. How do you like it? Beautiful. Does this suit me? I like it. I like this creative look, and the lipstick matches the eyeshadow. Everything is perfect. Well, okay. Am I all set? Just don't forget to apply mascara. I won't. Thank you. See how well we defined your cheekbones from the side. Is everything okay? Yes, the little one is going crazy. Just 5 minutes. Oh, we need to pierce. Yes, how much is it? 3,500? Goodbye. It's a bit unusual. When did you pass the courses? About 10 years ago. 10? Well, I think some additional training wouldn't hurt. Don't you think? Well, it depends on the style. I mostly do classic looks, so that's why maybe one day. But from the side, it looks very beautiful. Beautiful? And the brushes, by the way, if you wash them with soap, just spraying them isn't enough, right? Yes, okay. Alright, goodbye. So, how is it? Well, you tell me. It feels unusual. How does it look with glitter? Glitter? You wanted more of it? It's quite bright. Does it suit me? Very much so. How much do I owe you? Alona, it's 2,500 rubles. So, my dear ones, let's sum it up. Unfortunately, not on the main camera, but here. When I left the salon, I recorded on the camera because no one could kick us out anymore, and it's difficult to kick somebody out from the street. I recorded a little in good lighting under the sunset, so I'll include it here. You can take a detailed look at the makeup, but now let's talk more about the overall impressions. So it's especially sad and disappointing when a cosmetologist has hygiene issues, because often people come to them specifically to treat their skin. And when you're not worried about anything and everything is great, you probably won't go to a cosmetologist just to have them play around with your face, especially if it's not a salon focused specifically on skincare. People likely go there for help with a specific issue. It's really strange when a cosmetologist, who probably deals with skin problems daily, sees that some of the issues have like an infectious nature. Like, for example, when the skin's immunity is compromised and something starts to grow, like mites, part of the skin's microbiome is always present. But when the balance is disrupted, it can get out of control. Well, basically everyone has it, so the question of catching a skin mite isn't really relevant because it's already there. It just depends on your skin's immunity to manage it. So you never know when and where your immunity might falter. You only realize there was like an issue when the consequences appear. Of course, you need to avoid this as much as possible. A doctor or a cosmetologist should do everything they can to avoid causing a problem for the client. So I come in and see those brushes laying on the table, sticked together, clearly dirty, even though they hadn't been used on me yet. One brush was just laying there dirty. It might have been washed and dried poorly, but it was still damp and stained with makeup from the previous client. Then I saw the cosmetologist spray some kind of disinfectant from a distance, not even closely on each brush. She was just spraying them like you usually spray flowers. I asked, are the brushes sterilized? And she just said like, yeah, of course. I understood that this was the final step in the brush cleaning process, just sprayed with something from above after the previous clients. Just imagine, they were obviously greasy and dirty. When I mentioned this, she made some dubious effort to clean them. Initially, she just sprayed them, like psh, psh. I asked her to wash them, and she reluctantly did so, but only the smaller ones. The larger brown one, which she used for contouring, remained dirty even after my requests, and then later she tried to use them on me. And when I asked her what was on the brush, she just said, oh, well, some eyeshadow or paint. I suggested washing it, and she offered a different, supposedly clean brush, realizing I was recording. She tried to change the subject by asking if I like taking photos. It seems she started to suspect something because I was recording. In general, the issue is the lack of habit in maintaining cleanness. Even if someone points out the dirt, like she might make an effort and then revert to her old ways. It's a nightmare, especially for a cosmetologist working with skin. Thank goodness she doesn't do injections. She's an esthetician, probably with some sort of basic training. The makeup itself was okay. I'm glad that she had a colorful palette, which even some high-end makeup artists don't always have. She actually had two palettes, one nude and one colorful. She did a good job with the foundation, Estee Lauder, and the mascara was also Estee Lauder. Despite the makeup being quite cheap and having few products, they were well chosen, including some luxury items. For 2,500 rubles, it's quite a rare find. In this sense, she wasn't stingy. The brush was also from a decent brand, mainly Pro. It's nice to see that some money is being invested in her kit, but the hygiene was a nightmare. The foundation bottle was also dirty. The neck of the bottle was stained, clearly not cleaned regularly. Thank you. So this is cream, right? Yes, it's cream with fennel and white mushrooms. With fennel. Thank you. After the review, I thought anything but pasta, but as soon as I sat down, Alona went all out. Well, it's seafood pasta. Anyway, the foundation was smeared everywhere. It's a nightmare when you get used to doing things automatically. You don't notice that someone is watching, and it becomes obvious to anyone. She doesn't seem to care and doesn't clean things up, and it's okay for her. Of course, things need to be wiped down sometimes, especially when they're so dirty. It's inevitable that things get messy when used repeatedly. It's normal for spills to happen, but after use, you should wipe things down to keep them looking tidy. Strangely enough, everything seems to be holding up on me. Though it's a bit smudged, the lines have become blurred, as if blended out. Well, as she said, it's been good. That's wide and smudged. The tone is darker for me compared to my neck because the second shade was used, and usually the first one is too dark for me. I'd go for something like an 05. Here, it seems noticeable that it has a yellowish tint compared to my face. The correction also looks a bit strange. It's somewhat yellowish. The eyebrows are dark and thin, so it would be good to have a more modern view of what's currently in style. You can tell she learned about 10 years ago. It feels like it's from the 2000s, not even trying to be more up to date. She doesn't update her knowledge, although she seems skilled and experienced. It's just that everything looks very outdated. The most important thing is that it's messy. It's not terrible or hideous, but it's definitely not ideal. Is that a compliment? Okay. Well, to be honest, I often ask for long, dramatic eyeliner shapes or other intricate designs, and usually I'm told it's impossible to achieve even for a makeup that costs 7,000 rubles. Just recently, they had to try 3 times to get it sort of right, facing all sorts of challenges, but she managed to get it perfect on the first try. She did the entire makeup in an hour. Well done. The lips turned out quite nice as well. She didn't draw them like a heart, but created a neat, well-defined shape. Yeah. On the positive side, she's very sweet, pleasant, and explains everything well. She is sociable and gentle, like a soft cat. It's nice being in her company. She touches you gently and not abruptly, so you can relax and expect a pleasant procedure. Let's try the ravioli. It's extremely fatty and calorie dense and full of carbs, but I comfort myself with the fact that there is some protein in it since seafood is quite healthy and the portion isn't huge, just a bit of pasta. I actually like the tradition of having something after a review. How do you feel about it? As for what's not so great, it seems that there is a shifting understanding of the face. For instance, the tendency to enhance or alter certain features seems prevalent. To typify people, is typify a word? It sounds like an insult. Okay, never mind. So the idea of fitting into a mold, if you don't have what's trending, like you have to urgently get fillers and so on, it's something I don't agree with. It seems a bit weird for a cosmetologist to push for a full face change, add lip filler. Why haven't you done it yet? You need to enhance your cheekbones, add angles, and so on. These procedures don't suit everyone. For example, I have an oval face with soft features, and I feel that adding sharp angles might make my face look wider, more masculine, or just not flattering. It's a minor point, but during the makeup session, the comment about my lack of cheekbones was off-putting. When I mentioned that we were trying to define them better, but they didn't seem to improve much, she remarked that if they're not there, they can't appear from nowhere. This seemed a bit dismissive and incorrect. I understand that some women with fragile self-esteem might seriously question themselves if they're told that they need cosmetic procedures to fix their appearance. Secondly, it's far from certain that the procedure will go smoothly without complications. I believe that rushing into cosmetic treatments without clear indications or significant deficiency to correct is unwise. Just because something might seem like it could improve your appearance, it doesn't mean it's always better. In my case, my face is relatively harmonious and I don't have glaring deficiencies like a lack of contour or structure. It seems both incorrect and irrational to push for invasive procedures as they inevitably carry risks. There is no guarantee that such treatments will suit me, and with my lips, for example, I might end up with unwanted hyaluronic like mustaches because the filler tends to migrate beyond the intended area. In any case, thousands of women end up struggling with these issues like mustaches where the filler migrates under the nose. This happens quite often. Therefore, when there isn't a clear desire or understanding of how something will improve your appearance, recommending such procedures seems outdated and reflects a lack of knowledge from the cosmetic professional. A good doctor should instead encourage you to consider your options carefully. They see the natural harmony of your face and they don't push unnecessary procedures, especially if you haven't specifically requested dramatic changes like sharp angles. I think if I actually went through with this, especially given my lack of knowledge, the result could have been very disappointing and even sad. It's possible that it could have made me look worse simply because it changes the face in a way that might not suit me. Advising such changes when there is no real need for them seems misguided, especially in the context of a makeup session. It might also be a question of competence, a lack of competence. If someone's knowledge hasn't been updated and is stuck in outdated practices, they might not be providing the best advice. They might be relying on what they learned long ago or something that they heard from other people and now they're trying to tell all of that to their clients. In general, it seems that there is a real need for some updates in skills and knowledge about makeup, and I feel the same about the direct qualifications of the cosmetologist. Her skills in skincare and facial contouring also need to be updated. There is a bit of an old-fashioned vibe that I've picked up on. When it comes to makeup, it's one thing if you end up with an unflattering eyeliner and just wash it off. But when it comes to invasive procedures, especially radical ones, they can seriously affect someone's self-esteem. Even if it doesn't affect me personally, I've heard too many things about myself. It's clear that she didn't say that to me only. People can become fixated on these issues, which is something she didn't even consider before starting to talk. Regarding the hygiene of cosmetologists, it's essential that you walk in a place and it feels welcoming, clean, and has a pleasant aroma. But here it's the opposite. Everything is far from clean. And I find myself constantly having to remind the cosmetologist to clean the brushes. Even when given the slightest chance to clean them, she tries to avoid the issue and keep things as they are, dirty and unpleasant, which is not acceptable. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. By the way, this is a chain of salons called Bigudi Club with several locations around Moscow. It would be really helpful for them to address these issues. Staff should be trained on proper hygiene practices and regularly monitored to make sure that they follow those rules. Relying only on what the staff says is not enough. Of course, they'll claim everything is cleaned daily and that the dirty brushes just can't be cleaned because it doesn't come off, because it's a stain or something like that. But as we saw, when the tools are wiped with a tissue, it turns brown, showing that the pigment is coming off properly. But then, even after cleaning, she comes up and tells me, oh, it's just some paint or eyeshadow residue. Honestly, all those stories about dry heat sterilization and soaking are nonsense. They don't work. Simply using soap and shampoo to clean brushes after each client is enough. This way, it will be immediately clear that the brushes are clean. It's crucial to stay engaged and interested in how the staff operates rather than just taking their word for it. If you don't know anything about it, it might seem like it's true, but it's always good to verify. I hope my feedback helps the salon improve and that the staff keeps up with the new knowledge and updates their skills, which will benefit their work, and everyone will end up better off. Feel free to leave your comments as well. See you in the next videos. Kisses to everyone. Bye bye.